I don't care.
And this is the part where Lou has finally gotten to the 5th step, which is acceptance.
How do you switch this woman off?
What?
What?
I don't think you can. Otherwise, I would have figured out how to do it by now.
What a pain in the bum.
And a knock to the head. Anyway. Hello.
Hey, everyone.
This is Blue Minds Think Alike. That is Lou.
And that is Yas.
Almost in one.
Nearly.
Yeah. And this is the podcast where we basically talk about geeky stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. And
what was geeky stuff?
The last one? What was the last
geeky
one? Oh,
stuff.
Yeah, stuff.
Geeky.
It's always going to be there.
It is.
Anyway, so one thing we haven't gone over really is books. And me and Lou swear we can read.
I can prove it.
Do you want to?
No.
Even in a court of law? It's fine. So yeah, me and Lou are going to be talking about books today.
Whoop, whoop.
Some of mine I've got beside me. Some of them read, some of them unread. Because I pick up books and just go, oh.
Yeah, I do that.
I'm also going to go through my Audible list.
I need my iPad.
Oh God, what?
From my Audible list. Well, not my Audible, but my library on my books.
Yeah. But anyway, how are you, Lou?
Come here. Yeah. Hello. I'm back.
You doing okay?
I am.
Yay. The sacred iPad.
Yeah, the sacred
iPad. Anyway, so we're going to go through what we like book-wise and what we like read or listen to, because audiobooks and some of us can have challenges with words. Hi, I'm one of those people.
I know. But you're good.
I'm that good. I'm trying to adjust it. God damn it.
Yes, he's on a TV show.
I got a new mic.
She's professional.
I've had 2 mics since 2016. That big one that I used for years finally has gone on me, so I'm now swapped to the body mic.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Are you wearing a wire?
Are you fucking worried, bro? I'm not wearing a wire, are you?
No.
I can see you one around your neck.
That's just my headphone cable.
Okay, can you say that a little louder?
That is just my headphone cable.
Well received. Anyway, so who wants to go first?
You can if you want. Lol.
Okay. What?
I said lol. Because you were like, damn it. Someone's been watching James Bond.
I actually haven't. I just had that stuck in my head at the time.
That's fair.
Anyway, so I ended up, here's the thing, I end up at Waterstones a lot. And
I
to be
used to.
completely honest with you, this book I picked up on impulse. Just because I went in there, I was originally getting some hand gel, and then I was told, you've got £10 on your card. So of course I go and rush to get a book.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick up Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I didn't know that was a book.
They have the Assassin's Creed games stories in novels. And obviously one of my favorite characters is Kenway, so I had to have Kenway. Lou is making a note for the future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like, if you had never heard of the video games, right? Scrap all your knowledge of the video game, scrap all your knowledge of just like Assassin's Creed in general. And if you heard this as a blurb, wouldn't it make you want to pick it up? I'll read it. It is the golden age of piracy, and the new world beckons. Edward Kenway, the brash young son of a wool merchant who dreams of gold, cannot resist the lure of a life of glory on the high seas.
Ooh.
When his family homestead is attacked, there seems like no better time to escape, and Kenway soon establishes himself as one of the deadliest privateers of his day. But greed, ambition, and betrayal follow closely in his wake. And when evidence of a crippling conspiracy begins to surface, threatening to destroy everything that he holds dear, Kenway can't resist the urge of retribution. I nearly said rebellion, but it's retribution. You found the collection on Amazon.
It's only £27. And it's
That's
10
not bad.
books.
I mean, that's not bad, actually. This was $8.99.
Ouch.
It's common price, and it was one book.
I know, it's common price. That's kind of why I go to Asda. The supermarkets where they're all like £4.
And that's why Lou goes to Asda. But yeah, like, I had to pick this up when I went the other day, just because I love Black Flag. I love Edward Kenway. I thought I needed to have the book in writing just because it's lovely. And I did buy my sister, I think it was the Assassin's Creed Odyssey book for her Christmas present.
Nice.
Last year. So yeah, that's my first one. What about you?
Well, you could always take that book to Wales.
Don't. Actually, don't.
Okay. The book I'm reading now is where is it?
Probably where your will to live is.
Yeah, good point. Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth.
What book number is that?
Number 4.
Oh shit.
Yeah, number
I'm
4.
making a mess. Book 4.
Yeah. I mean,
Number 4.
I love all the Percy Jackson books, which obviously
Percy
I've
Jackson
only
is a
read.
good series in all.
I've only read 3.
Percy Jackson is a good series in all.
Mhm.
They just didn't do a good job with the films.
No, I know.
Because I think Logan Lerman tried to fit the role, but Percy Jackson in The Lightning Thief is 12 years old.
Yep.
And they put him as a 16-year-old boy, and I'm just like, hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute.
If you're gonna do it right.
I love
If
that.
the Golden Compass can literally put on a young female as the main character, then you can certainly do the same with a young male character for Percy Jackson and watch him grow through the years. Ask Narnia, ask Harry Potter.
I absolutely love them because it's all about mythology.
Mm.
And the guy that does them, he's also started doing the Egyptian mythology. So the next one's like the Kane Chronicles.
Yeah.
And then he's also got, where the hell is it? Is that them? Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. So he's done
Ooh.
Norse as well.
That's good. I mean, Norse is one of your favorites.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Plus, he's I didn't know this, but he's done so many freaking books.
Yeah,
Which is
he's a good
unreal.
author. He's a good
He
author.
is brilliant. And plus, he's helping the Disney Plus series.
Yeah, we don't know when we're getting that now.
I don't know when it's coming out. I have
We
a
haven't had a
feeling maybe
single
next year.
thing. We haven't heard a single thing about it.
I kind of have when I follow him on Twitter, so he says about it quite a bit.
Okay, at least he talks about it. That's good.
So I think it's gonna possibly come out next year. Hopefully, I'm really hoping. I hope.
Yeah. Hopes and dreams.
So that is my book that I'm reading now. I'm only on chapter 2.
Yeah, I have another book in here, but just give me a minute. Wade, feel free to fast forward past this bit. Yeah. So I have this by Audible, and I also have this in book form just because this is where I'm going to go on mental health on y'all.
Oh no. I'm kidding. You will get through this night. Daniel Howell?
Do you know who Daniel Howell is?
Nope.
Dan and Phil's Dan Howell?
Dan and Phil.
Oh my god.
They sound like radio hosts.
They were.
Dan and Phil. Dan and Phil. Dan and Phil. Dan and Phil.
Radio 1.
Ah. Might explain it. I never used to listen to that one.
Wow, shade. Dan and
What's that one then?
let me just. That's Dan and.
I can see it.
That's Dan and Phil.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was them in 2015.
Yeah.
There's a lot of changes.
That's fair.
Yeah, but that's them.
Okay.
And Dan, other than taking a break from after he came out, he wanted to write a book about mental health, just to encourage all of us, just because we all get stressy, we all get depressy, and it's also been looked over by a professional.
Yeah. That's
so
good.
Yeah. So some of it is actual professional advice. I think he's verified in the front somewhere. Well, he has kind of verified it.
That's good.
Especially as this is basically, I'll read the back. In this no-nonsense guide, Dan Howell, with his signature self-deprecation and dark humor, shares his personal struggles with depression and anxiety. In constellation with a qualified psychologist, there it is.
There you go.
He explores how our minds work, why we think and feel the way we do, and most importantly, what we can do about it. It's more or less a self-help book that I think everybody kind of needs, because we all have their moments.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because literally he's put it into sections, which is helpful, and then he's basically put on the back as well. This night, learn how to manage your thoughts and feelings in tough times. Tomorrow, change your everyday habits to be healthier and happier. And then the days after that, understand your behavior and how to treat yourself with compassion and tackle life's challenges.
Cool.
It's cute.
He's cute.
Yeah, it's a really helpful book. And the only reason I've got it here and audio wise is because he shares a bit more in his audiobook.
Oh, okay. So it's like an extended edition.
Yeah, it's like an
That's
extended
cool.
edition in the audio, and he goes off topic a little bit because
Yeah.
he's able to talk about it a bit more
No, that's good.
and
That's
give the
good.
context he'd want to. Like,
Mhm.
whereas in the book, it's just a bunch of text.
Yeah.
So both are helpful, but more or less, if you listen to it, it's just like, okay, this is what you need to do.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you want a good old pick me up, I recommend, without dropping it, I recommend getting this just because it's a good self-help book and it's like it's genuinely got some good advice in it.
That's good.
Anyone who's struggling at all.
Yeah.
All right, Lou.
Okay. I've got an oldie. Well, it's not really old, but kind of. P.S. I love you.
The title is familiar to me.
Cecilia Ahern. There was a film, Gerard Butler.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was a book.
Yeah, it was a book first.
Obviously, most of them are book first, but I don't always see that.
And it was all fucking changed for the film.
Oh, they changed it all.
Well, let's just say the film was set in America.
Yeah.
The book is set in Ireland. Hello.
Hi, dear people. When it's book adaptations, adaptation means you take a little bit from the book, not change the whole damn thing. Please take that into consideration. Anyway.
Yes. She is one of my favorite authors.
Mm.
That's how you say it, isn't it? Author for a woman?
Author.
Author for a woman, yeah.
Yeah, they're all
Or is it?
authors.
Yeah, they're all authors, right? Okay. I wasn't sure if there was any different wording for it.
Yeah.
She's got so many books that I've read, and okay, I'll admit, I cry reading them books.
Yeah.
They are fucking amazing. The P.S. I Love You one was amazing. The film was alright. I'm not going to say it was the best. The only best thing about it was fucking Jeffrey Dean Morgan being in it.
I love how that's the definition of what you need.
But yeah, have you ever read that at all?
No, I just know that a film exists.
I recommend reading it. I really do. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful book.
Yeah.
But Cecilia has got so many books out now. And I have collected them in my bookshelf. Over there.
I
Over
also
there.
know where she lives.
So do I. Ireland.
I don't know where she lives, really. I was making a joke.
No, she lives in Ireland.
Did somebody say stalker?
No, I'm not a stalker. It's only because I know, because
you know I
she's married. No. Someone at Westlife is married to her sister. So that's how I found out about her. I was like, ooh, all that.
The more you know. Anyway, should I move on?
Yeet.
So this is where I'm going to bring up an Audible book because I have the physical book as well, but it's at home. But I like the Audible version of it being retold. It's Horns.
Is that the film you told me about?
Yes, it was originally a book first.
Okay, cool.
So same thing as you, except with P.S. I Love You, they changed everything. With Horns, they stuck to most of it to a T. They changed a couple of things, but I don't blame them for it.
Yeah?
It's literally the story to a T.
Okay.
And Horns is a brilliant story about Iggy, who is accused of murdering his love of his life by everybody, and is cast out, is hated by people. So kind of the devil kind of like ish tones come in where he starts growing horns, and he finds himself able to like get people to tell him things that they wouldn't usually tell anybody.
Okay.
So he can like let out their deepest, darkest like desires or things to say.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's a really, really good book, and I really would recommend it. Like, read the book, then watch the film, and then see how good they are together.
Can you get it digitalized?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh, that's cool then.
Like mine's on my Audible, because obviously I've got the audiobook.
Yeah, I don't. I have a problem with listening to audiobooks.
I only listen to audiobooks because it's easier on me.
I fall asleep.
You can fall asleep while listening to a book. You can even put sleep timers on.
Yeah, I know, but I just really want to like get into it and read it. Like get into the story of the book.
Yeah, and what it's all about.
And if I'm like this going, it's not exactly sinking in.
Oh, Lou.
I know.
Anyway, your move.
My move? Eek. Okay. Hold on. I need another one. Where's my other books? Oh. Supernatural.
They have a book series?
Mm-hmm.
Is it after the series came out, or about the series, or during the series, or what?
During.
They wrote them during. So literally episode by episode.
Sort of. I still can't figure the way they've come out, but I will eventually. Because I didn't know about them until like a couple of years ago, really, when I saw them in Waterstones and was like, Supernatural?
The fuck?
Wait a second. Supernatural TV series? Huh? And when I was reading the back of them, they're old. They're from like the season 2 and 3, even 1.
Ah.
And I'm like, okay. Did I miss something being announced? Why?
Why, Delilah?
Yep. I've read one of them. Pretty fucking informative. Of like what happens between an episode and it goes on to another episode.
Described to a T.
Yeah. It's honestly, they're not bad. I've got them all on my iPad and I'm trying to make my way through, what is it, 11 books this year?
Yeah.
I've done 4. Oopsies!
And we're at almost
December.
the end of the month.
Yep, pretty much. Oopsies.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oopsies indeed.
I know. I bad.
I always say I'm going to read and then don't end up doing it. I always say I'm going to play video games and don't end up playing them all the time. So
I was just lying on my bed bored yesterday, coughing my lungs up and going, I want to read a book.
I was lying in bed after work feeling sorry for myself.
Oh, my friend. Poor Bluey.
All it took was a bang to the head.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Will you ever eat chocolate again?
I will constantly look at the arrows and just go, you fucking pieces of shit.
Because I distinctly remember that one. Arrows are meant to be airy.
Yeah, I distinctly remember that one hitting me on the head.
Oh, Jesus.
Basically, just for a gist of what happened, I was at work at one point. I was clearing out something in the stock room, moved one thing and toppled a bunch of confectionery onto my head. I was in bed for 2 days because of massive headaches. Luckily, I was not concussed, so I didn't have to go to the emergency room.
That reminds me of a story.
Oh, we've really gone off topic. Anyway, go on.
I was working nights at Tesco. And I was down the soup aisle.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
It's
you know what's coming.
I think it's going.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
Some soup hit you on the head.
Yeah. An 18 packet.
Were you concussed?
It didn't hit me in the head. It hit me under the eye.
Oh my God, were you all right?
Let's just say I've got the pictures to prove it.
You know your rights.
And I stayed at work.
Lou, you should have gone home. I know so shy.
I know I should. But I was just like, I'll be fine. Ow, my fucking face.
Yeah, I stayed the entire shift as well, but I was just like occasionally going out, just like, whoo.
I mean, they only fell on me because some donut had put them back up and they were open. No, on the top shelf, like the high rise.
I know people do this. Yeah.
They took a few tins out, put them on the shelf, and then put the rest back up. So when I picked up the plastic and the cardboard, it just went whoop and just split. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill this person. So let's say there was tins of lots of soup everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we move on?
Tangents. Sorry.
Tangents. What were we on again?
Your book.
It's me now.
Yeah, because I just did Supernatural.
I'm trying to pick. Ooh. Go with this one. Discovery of Witches.
I still haven't watched that series yet.
I have all 3 books because I love the series.
Would you recommend them?
I would indeed. They are beautiful books.
Ooh.
They are nice and thick. I am going to recover these just because, like, even though I love the cover, they're slightly damaged, and like I think it'd be better to just like give them a new cover and make them look like spell books.
Nice.
I wanted to do that, especially as like Discovery Witches. I've talked about it before when it came to witches, vampires, and demons. And that was your dog. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll read the back.
The door's closed.
It's fine. Okay. And this was oh my God, I've just realized. So, right. This first bit of the blurb is literally the first bit of every single episode of the first series.
Ooh.
Which is, it begins with absence and desire. It begins with blood and fear. It begins with a discovery of witches.
Yeah, I want to read that right now. Give me.
Yeah. And then there's just like a world of witches, demons, and vampires, a manuscript which holds the secrets of their past and the key to their future. Diana and Matthew, the forbidden love at the heart of it.
Bloody hell.
So there's so much to the story, and literally, like, even though it's a love story, it's also just about get this manuscript.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
That does sound good, actually. I want to read that.
Yeah.
I have to find my website to read.
It's brilliant. And then there's books which are Shadow of Night.
What is that? Is that like a second book?
This is the second book.
Okay.
And then the final book, because it's a trilogy, is the Book of Life.
The Book of Life. No way. Looks like the Game of Life. Yeah, they're cool.
They're really good books. I do recommend them.
Okay.
Because I do recommend the series a lot as well.
You had me at the beginning of the bloody series.
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay. Who can I say? What's she called? Shit. Heidi Swain.
Who?
Heidi Swain. She's really good.
Mm.
The first books I've read of hers were like Christmas novels.
All right.
Honestly, so beautifully done, detailed. You can literally imagine being there.
Yeah.
Like, say they were in a snowy cottage somewhere. Just the descriptions of it all. You're just like, oh, I want to be here. In front of the log fire. So honestly, if you're into cheesy, sappy, romantic Christmas novels, I'd recommend her.
Nah.
Well, not even just Christmas novels, actually. She does other ones as well.
Yeah.
But they're like just... I can't explain them. They're just works of fiction, basically. Not true stories.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd recommend her.
I love how you put a whole author forward there. Speaking of whole author,
I can't think of a book.
Well, you have your iPad for a reason.
I think it's Sleigh Bells and something. Hold on. Fuck, I know this one.
While you search for that, would you like me to move on?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I have an author as well that I've bought most of the collection of, and that's Christina Henry.
Ooh.
Which are fairy tales turned on their heads, essentially, in her rendition.
Okay.
And her books are well reviewed and absolutely loved. I've got The Ghost Tree, which I haven't read yet, but I have read The Lost Boy. And Peter Pan in this story is made out to be an absolute jerk.
Really?
Yep. Let me just read you the synopsis.
Okay.
There is one version of my story that everyone knows. And then there is the truth. Once I loved a boy called Peter Pan. Peter Pan brought me to his island because there was no rules and no grown-ups to make us mind. He brought to make us mind. Might be a typo. He brought boys from the other place to join in the fun. But Peter's idea of fun is sharper than a pirate's sword. He wants always to be that shining sun that we all revolve around. He'll do anything to be that sun. Peter promised we would all be young and happy forever. Peter will say I'm the villain, that I wronged him, that I never was his friend. Peter lies.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. This one is definitely one that puts Peter in the spotlight of you're a dick.
Okay, I've found it. Sleigh rides and silver bells at the Christmas fair. And I'll just read like the synopsis on the back of it.
Go for it.
Okay, when Anna takes on the role of companion to the owner of Winthrop Hall on the outskirts of Wimbridge, she has no idea that her life is set to change beyond all recognition. A confirmed bar humbug when it comes to Christmas, Anna is amazed to find herself quickly immersed in the eccentric household, and when youngest son Jamie unexpectedly arrives home, it soon becomes obvious that her personal feelings are going all out to compromise her professional persona. Jamie, struggling to come to terms with life back in the fens, makes a pact with Anna. She has to teach him to fall back in love with Winthrop Hall, while he helps her fall back in love with Christmas. But will it all prove too much for Anna, or can the family of Winthrop Hall warm her heart once and for all?
Sounds cute.
They are cute. They are very, very cute. I love romantic.
I can tell. Whereas I love fairy tale and dark magic.
To be honest, I've not read many like fairy tale ones at all.
I've done fairy tale like upside down ones. Quite a few of those.
I mean, literally all my books that I've got in my bookshelf, you would class them as romantic. So yeah, I have a taste.
Yeah, whereas mine are just magic and supernatural shite.
I'd love to read some of yours though. Sound good.
Yeah. Anyway, since I've recommended mine while you looked for that, it's back to you.
Ah, god dang it. Okay.
Yep, you put yourself in that position. You played yourself.
I know I did. Okay. All right. Can't pronounce the fucking name, but it's like the gods of, well, it's a Norse mythology book.
Right.
Put it that way.
Why is that not a surprise?
Yeah, I like reading about them. I like reading about all the gods and how they actually were, not how they're depicted in like games and movies.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Thor, he was the biggest bastard of them all. So, yeah, I like my mythology books. What the fuck was that? Yeah, I like my mythology books.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you read any of them?
Not mythology books, no. All I have are the steampunk and the vampire ones that I've talked about before.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
I've not got really any mythology things.
No? Okay. Next.
We need to take a trip. This next one, oh god, everything's falling. Anyway, we need to take a trip for this next one to 221B Big Street.
Fuck me, that is a big book.
This excuse me. This was one of the ones that they had on display at WH Smith for £6.
Oh yes.
This was one of those display books, and it's literally Sherlock, the essential Arthur Conan Doyle adventures, selected and introduced by Mark Gatiss and Stephen Moffat, the writers of Sherlock.
Okay, so it's not an old Sherlock. It's one of the basically new ones, the TV series. No?
Nope. It's basically talking about some of their favorite mysteries. So it's a republishing of basically Arthur Conan Doyle's novels, or just
okay.
stories.
Yeah.
Like we've got A Study in Scarlet, which was technically A Study in Pink. Scandal in Bohemia. Signs of Four. Case of Identity. The Yellow Face. The Final Problem. The Empty House. The Hounds of Baskerville.
Nice.
The Adventure of the Devil's Foot. The Adventure of the Dying Detective. Adventure of the Blue Carbuncle. There's so many here.
Yeah.
Is there more? No, it literally goes to A Study in Scarlet. So like there's a few selected ones in here, and honestly, I think Sherlock Holmes is a remarkable character. It's like the way he's been what's the word? Portrayed like throughout the years. There are different portrayals, but one thing I loved about this Sherlock, which is Benedict Cumberbatch, it's modern.
Yeah.
Putting Sherlock in a modern setting just makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Just because if Sherlock were in a modern setting, he'd do exactly what Benedict Cumberbatch's character does. And it's so good. It's lovely to watch. And I miss it. I do miss it. Everyone keeps on talking about that, wanting a series 5. I think they did well with ending series 4 the way they did, even if they don't continue.
Yeah. I mean,
I kind
it's
of
always
doubt.
on Netflix.
It's always on Netflix, series 1 to 4. You're always going to find it somewhere.
Yep.
Anyway, on to you, Lou.
I've got one more.
Yeah, and I'll make the next one my last one.
Giovanna Fletcher.
I knew a Fletcher was going to come up.
What?
Because even though I would have kind of honorable mentioned Carrie Hope Fletcher.
She's got a book as well, hasn't she?
She got 6.
Oh, Jesus. Didn't know that.
Yes.
Tom's got some as well.
Novels and has an autobiography.
I've got Tom's Christmas books.
The Fletchers are taking over.
They really are.
Literally, because G won I'm a Celeb.
Yeah.
She's also a well-known author and a podcast host and talks to celebrities about being mothers. So it's called Mum and Baby, which is very cute, especially she's very family oriented.
And she's got another podcast coming out very soon about Disney.
Yay. And then Tom is McFly are going back on tour, I believe.
McFly.
Yeah. McFly, I believe, are going back on tour, and Tom is about to go on to Strictly and do some dancing.
Yeah, he's trying to take after the drummer, Harry. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. And Carrie Hope Fletcher, Tom's sister, basically making her career in her own right, not just as a writer, but as a West End leading lady and just a West End star in general. Because there are many musicals we can put with her, especially Les Mis, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Addams Family, Heathers, and right now she is the literal original Cinderella. So yeah, because they're doing West End Live currently.
What I want to read next though is Tom and Gio's book.
Oh yeah, because
Eve of Man.
Tom and Giovanna wrote a book together. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a trilogy because I'm sure there's one book came out, but I think there's another one come out.
I think they wrote 2 books together. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a trilogy.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah. But yeah, they're fucking amazing.
G is a great author. I do agree.
Or especially raising 3 boys as well. What?
Raising 3 boys and having the time to sit down and write a book.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
your next one?
Well, apart from saying that and just saying, go and check out Carrie Hope Fletcher's books as well. My final one, I'm going to make an audio book just because. Which one do I want?
Oh shit. Never mind.
So there was one book I revisited just because childhood, and oh my god. So I ended up buying via Audible A Bear Called Paddington. And Stephen Fry is just reading some of the stories of Paddington Bear, and it's beautiful.
Oh,
it's so good. I'm gonna do some quick honorable mentions while I'm at it. So there's that. I also do recommend literal, like, full-on play renditions of books. So we've got Neverwhere, we've got Dark Shadows, there's 2 volumes of that. Sandman, which is obviously a graphic novel, but still. Okay. And then The Complete Chronicles of Narnia, which they've done in full-on
oh yeah,
thingy as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we've got quite a different collection of books then.
We've got quite a different collection of every bloody thing.
True.
And that's what makes us good friends, because different tastes, and then we just go, hey, try this. Sure, I'll try this, and you try this. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But at least we've been able to, like, actually say that we can read.
I proved it. And so did Yasmin. We proved it.
Yep. Yeah. Ow. And one other book I will recommend, just because Lily's been promoting it all like the past few weeks. Lily's released a book via Amazon that I have actually read, and it's amazing. Which is The Soulless. Honestly, an amazing book. I loved it. I've got to read it, and it was just amazing.
That's awesome.
And at some point, when I actually find the time to have a break, and when I've added up all my paycheck things, I will get an actual copy of it to remind me of how amazing it is.
Nice.
But I just thought I'd say that just because it's a book I've read from a friend that I really do recommend.
That's fair.
Hey, that rhymed. Book I read from a friend that I do recommend.
You're a poet and you didn't know it.
Oh my god. But yeah, that is it from all of us. Comment down below or tweet us what your favorite books are at the moment and what you recommend we could read.
Oh yes, yes please. I like new reading material.
Yes, but anyway, other than that, if you want to see more from the Blue Minds, and I promise some reviews will be coming up soon, either whether they're up or not, just because I've been injured. So stay tuned for all that and subscribe. All right, Ice Cream Man, be quiet. Shush, thank you. Anyway, So I recommend you stick around for Blue Minds Reviews. I recommend you stick around for Dark Alliance with Lou and Wade. I recommend you stick around for anytime we put up a new podcast or any new shows we come up with. We are going to have some fun, people.
Fuck yeah.
So do subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We don't have a bell.
No. Sorry. No bell. Ding ding ding.
Bell. Ding a ding a ding 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 ding
Ding
ding
ding
ding
ding.
ding
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 ding ding. Oh Jesus, I sound like Crazy Frog. Ding 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 ding.
And for that I will mute.
No.
I haven't, don't worry. But anyway, that's been Lou.
That's been Yasmin.
And he's crying, so
no, I'm not.
We're gonna end this.
Bye.
My God.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.